Yeah, hi guys. Today I want to give you a bit of an update on my attempts to graft a photo of many variety onto a golden photo. The idea was I was thinking that the golden photo is so strong. So the idea is that if you get the other varieties and you grab on it, the chances that the other one are going to grow well. Now I have seen a few people on the internet talking about this sort of thing, and they fail to do it. And the reason is because photo is a monocot, and so you don't have the cambium layer, so it wouldn't work. All right, so what I have done here that I posted in my previous video date back probably about 3 months ago. Well, actually more than that, probably about 5 months. But the video that I did before was exactly about 8 weeks before, where I gave you guys an update on what actually happened. And in that one, all the graphs seem to be okay. Some of them actually look good. A couple of them didn't look so good. So it has been 8 weeks since that. So we'll have a checkup again and see what happened. All right, so here I'll show you a few. All right, so let's have a look here. Now, now this one is called Saturn Yapoto. It looks okay. Look a bit sad. Still alive after over 3 months. All right, now in the corner you see a tiny bit of the thing starting to look a bit sad here. Now next is another graft that I have here. Now this is called a neon Yapoto. It's actually look very good. It doesn't grow though. Look very good. So this has been over probably 4 months, and it look really good. So if people expect this should die, it doesn't die. 4 months later, it look fantastic. Doesn't grow at all. Now here is another neon. It's so good. However, the holes start to push out. So here we see the holes start to grow. Well, by the way, this is your winter in Sydney, so this is very slow. But yeah, it looks fantastic. A new shoot start to grow from the holes. Now next, this is interesting. Now this one look very sad. It's actually golden photo. This is the same stem that I cut it out and grafted back straight away, but it is dying, you see. So when I did that, I was expecting that if it was going to work, grafting the stem back to its own stem would be, the best way to see whether it works or not. But no, it's actually the worst case, and the top is dying. You see the new shoot coming out there. So I don't know what actually happened, but grafting golden pothos back to itself is actually failing after about 4 months. But it survived for a very, very long time, but now it starts to look bad. Okay, so I might try again to see whether the graft that I did was not, perfect or not. But this is a big surprise. Okay, now let's have a look at another one. Now here we have pole and shade. Now it's a bit of a surprise. Look, it actually grows a little. So it's very slow, but it actually grows. So the idea that you graft pothos will fail start to become a problem here. This one survived after 4 months or more, and it is actually growing a little bit, but growing. That is very, very odd. Now over here I have another one for you. Now this one is called Marble Queen. Now after 4 months it certainly survived. It looked quite good, and it is actually growing. A little bit here is growing here. So this is a bit of a surprise. Now I have another one. All right, here I have another pothos here. Now this one is called Jade pothos. Yes, it is actually growing. Oh my god, it's actually growing. Very slowly, but it is growing. So in short, out of the many different types, I can see that J pothos is growing, actually working. The Marble Queen actually growing and working. Neon is not growing. Maybe I picked one without a leaf bud or something like that, but it's surviving very clearly. It's not growing. So the only thing that is dying is actually the host grafted back to itself. So golden pothos go back to itself, actually dying. So that is a bit odd. It didn't happen straight away. After 4 months, it starts to die. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to graft a new one today to see whether it was the way I did it was not good or not. So guys, the observation here is that it seemed to work. It's not perfect. The graft, they either do not grow or they grow very slowly. And the expectation is that they're supposed to die. And only the host grafting is back to itself is dying. The rest are sort of okay. So what I'm going to do is to repeat grafting the host back to itself and wait for more time and see what actually happened. So alright, so this is what I'm going to do. Right, so very clearly here, try to get a good angle. Try to get a clean cut. Okay, so now I have a cut. Okay, I'm going to do a whip and tongue. Because that is probably the one that will give the most amount of contact point. Okay, so that is a whip and tongue. Okay, so that looks pretty good. And a bit of sticky tape to hold the thing together. And a toothpick to hold the thing straight. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Okay, a little bit, want it to be a bit firmer. Hold it very tight. Now, alright guys, so I graft the golden pothos back to itself. Now, I see a bit of a problem here. Now this bit is too big and this is growing. It uses up a lot of resources, so I need to cut it off. Just keep one lift. So yeah, that's it. Now, that should hold it together well and seal the wound and things like that. Alright, so as a summary, this is an update of what I have so far. So it has been about 4 months, and the last video I did about 8 weeks ago showed that some of them survived. But this time, this update is quite promising because they actually grow. Very slowly though, but they grow. So the original purpose of grafting pothos, and hope that I could get a variety of them onto a strong host, will help them to grow better and quicker. No, that failed. It doesn't grow. And the idea that they would die, that did not happen either. So they survive, they don't really grow, or they grow very slowly. So what could be the benefit of grafting your pothos? The only thing I can say is that if you want a number of varieties in a single pot, yes, you can do that. They don't grow, or they grow very slowly, and you end up with having a pot with a mix of variety. And if you keep the thing indoor and you don't want the thing to grow too quickly, then probably there is a purpose for grafting a pothos. You want a small pot, You want it to stay exactly the way it is. You don't want the thing to grow and get out of shape. Maybe that is the only purpose. You want to graft a variety of pothos into a house. So we'll see what happened after 8 more weeks. From what I see here, I can say that J Poto, Pearl and J, and Marble seem to be the best. Neon survive but doesn't grow. And we will see whether the host itself, grafted back to itself, will survive this time. Okay guys, hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching.